So how do you create dot plots? Dot plots are basically just graphs that represent data. They are put together by having the different frequencies that are available at the bottom of the graph. And then you're going to see dots or X's that are stacked on top of each other to represent how many of each data point is represented. So here's an example. Captain Brewster captured a pack of aliens. The following data points represent the lengths of each of the aliens' big toes in centimeters. You have 18, 16, 17, 17, 16, 15, and 16. Using this data, create a box plot where each dot represents a big toe. So all you have to do is tap the box to represent tap the number that represents how often you see that data point in the given data. So I like to just go in order from the actual table. So I have 15. So I look at my data and I see that 15 is represented one time. So I have 115. I look at 16. How many 16s? 1, 2, 3 16s. So I can do 1, 2, 3 16s. How many 17s? There are 2 17s. I can also just click on the 2 and it'll show 2 17s. How many 18s? There's 1 18. How many 19s? There are no 19s. So again, we have the number of walks that each of Carrie's 8 dogs has been on in the last week. So you have this table with different frequencies. And so they want you to create a box plot. So I look at how many 5s there are. There's only 1 5. How many 6s are there? There are 1, 2 6s. How many 7s? There are 3 7s. How many 8s? There's 1 8. How many 9s? There's 1 9. So that's it. Elaine often gets hit by birds when she goes jogging. The following data points represent the number of birds that hit her during each jog this week. So we have 3, 2, 3, 4, 0, and 3. So how many zeros are there? There's 1 0. How many times did 1 show up in this data point? None, so that should be left blank. How many times does 2 show up? That showed up 1 time right here. How many 3s were there? 1, 2, 3. So 3. How many 4s? That's just 1. And then finally, below are the resting heart rates and beats per minute of each of the 8 players on the Michigan Tigers basketball team. So, how many was the first amount is 80. How many 80s are there? There's 180 here. There's 2 80s there, so 2 80s. How many 81s? There's 1 here, 2 here. How many 82s? 1, 2, 3 82s. How many 83s? That's just 1. And so that's it. 2 80s, 2 81s, 3 82s, and 1 83. So that's really all this lesson is. It's just being able to identify how many times each data point shows up in your given data set. So hope that helps, and let's get it done.